Greetings, Guardians. I am a big fan of bad ideas, so today I decided to ask Microsoft Copilot for a build to complete 0 Hour. And it gave me a choice of a Titan, Warlock, and Hunter build. I chose Titan since I am a Titan main. And the build I was told to use is One-Eyed Mask with Outbreak Perfected, Techie Enforce, and Crown Splitter. All on Bubble Titan, which is going to be a lot of fun. Anyways, I will be completing the mission solo, and will have full reign on what fragments and seasonal artifacts I use, mostly because I couldn't get Copilot to give me an answer. I think it was trying to give me information about subclass 2.0 instead of 3.0 because it kept saying middle tree. So let's just ignore that. Just how long will this take me? And hopefully it's not as bad as I think it is. Alright, so first things first, let's just slip real quick into the build that Copilot has decided on. Alright, and here it is. All things considered, it's actually not too terrible of a build. I am just more or less concerned about the weapons it has given me because I do not believe that Crown Splitter will be useful at almost any point. But I will most certainly attempt to use it on a Brig, just for the sake of the laughs that's going to come along with it. I'm also just speccing out my surges and resistances so that I can just not instantly die. And hey, this is going to be a great way to show whether or not the mission is too hard. Oh, and as you might not have noticed within the Copilot thing, it did say I should run it on normal difficulty and not legend, so I will be doing it on normal. If you guys would like to see more stuff like this in the future, please let me know in the comments and leave a like and a sub on the video, just because, you know, it helps the channel, makes it look better, and helps other people find it. Besides that, if we get 25 likes, I will do with this again with one of the other classes at completely random between Warlock and Hunter, and I'll ask a different AI for different builds. So hopefully we get a completely different outcome. Alright, and the mission starts here. I will say that this is going to be recorded all with shadow play, so that means that I don't get to listen to music. Otherwise you would, whoa, what was that? What the, I hope that shows in the video. I got a massive lag spike there all of a sudden. See it very soon in the video, but I am using Controlled Demolition, the fragment for the Void Titan subclass that basically makes it so that anytime someone dies to a Void ability, they explode, which chains with Volatile, which allows me to clear a lot of the groups of adds, which normally would be a very big struggle with this current build. Thanks to that fragment, a very large amount of the adds die really fast, and I think me in-game makes the best comment about it that I could possibly say. It's actually going pretty smoothly so far. That is very true. It is going very smoothly, mostly thanks to that fragment as I commented about earlier. However, this is also the first encounter of the whole activity, so if it was going poorly, that would be a really foreboding sign. Oh, and for the sake of all of you viewers out there who are watching this, I'm going to turn down the in-game audio just a little bit because Outbreak's noise is very annoying when you hear it on repeat over and over and over. Alright, while the footage plays in the background, I'm going to describe what are the greatest threats for this current run. We are almost all close range with a fusion rifle and a sword. The Outbreak Perfected is a good weapon, but it is not good enough to be able to break through all of the shields that we'll be facing, leaving me to have to use my special ammo in order to break it, or my abilities, which I will miss my shield throw like 17 times probably. And the Bubble Super Well is really good for survivability. With my current weapon setup, I need something that gives me extra damage. So for this video, there's a lot of times where I'm just shooting at adds, waiting for them to slowly die. I'm going to skip over as much of that as possible. But there is one part of this encounter that I am going to show where I used the sword against the Brig, because I thought it would be funny, and the results might surprise you. Yep, that's right, as you might have guessed, it was actually pretty solid at first, and then it started flying, and the sword became almost useless. Wait, what do you mean that didn't surprise you? Do you mean that was the expected outcome? I mean, yeah, it kind of is, but still. I did it for you guys, so you're welcome. Anyways, past this encounter, we then have a long walk to the next encounter, and by long walk, I mean approximately 45 seconds that I am going to cut because I don't think it's important. But the next room will also show off why Void Titan is one of my favorite subclasses in the whole game. Just let me pick off all the enemies in the background first because I do not want to be constantly pegged by snipers because it is rather annoying, which is probably my only major gripe about this whole activity. You'll see it real quick here about why Void Titan is my favorite. I throw one ability and the whole room explodes. There's not a lot of other subclasses or abilities that come close to that. And that is also part of why I chose the Titan build, because I did not want to run well, and I don't know how to play Hunter, so Titan it was. Alright, we're going to skip ahead again because I think it's really boring to just watch me shoot enemies on repeat over and over, so let's move on to the next area, shall we? I suppose I should show off how I deal with the tanks because the weapons that Copilot gave me were not very good at it, and it is rather sad to watch how they have to die. Yeah, I would not recommend using a sword to kill the tanks, at least not the way I was doing it, which is probably wrong. But I don't really use swords unless I'm using it with strongholds just to block attacks, and when I'm doing that, I'm probably using Lament. So you know, it's quite the struggle to kill this tank. Anyways, moving on. At this point, I would like to remind everyone that this is actually still the first attempt, and we are making it pretty far at a pretty good pace. Let's just see how the in-game soul is doing at this current point. Let's go. That actually kind of worked well. All things considered, this is still normal difficulty, and I do have solo operative, but I can't actually complain about how fast that enemy died, which is surprising. As crazy as it sounds, maybe the people online are right. AI is going to take over the world. It told me weapons that were actually viable for 0 hour. Except I would probably never select to use the Techian Force, and I probably wouldn't have selected to use a sword personally, but it gave me a viable build, so I can't complain too much. Anyways, I am now being chased by Trevor in the hallways, and unlike the other areas, this area did not go over as easily. I'll let the audio speak for itself here in a minute. Did I hear him? Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 let me out, 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 let me out. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. No, no, no. Oh. Yeah, that happened. But these things happen, you know, everyone dies sometimes, and I'm really glad I didn't want to say do it flawless, because that would have been painful to have that happen right there. Besides that, there's only really one more interaction in the hallway that I thought was worth noting that was relatively funny, but overall so far the mission has gone over very, very easily. If this keeps up this way, then this video is not going to be very hard at all. And it might just go to show that maybe 0 hour was never really that difficult. And my other video that you guys should go and watch is just kind of on the money, where it's just the timing was the problem. A lot of new players don't know what they're doing. They see a mission, they see they're of light level, they try to do it, they fail, they get mad. I might have been onto something. Anyways, let's play the audio of my next interaction with the Roomba. Did I hear him coming down the hallway? I did. I'm gonna greed max. If I die, what's the worst case scenario? It inconveniences me. I'll be fine. Probably. Probably. Well, that was close. Yeah, past soul. That was very, very close. But as you said in the video, there's not actually that much of a problem with dying. We still have 24 minutes on the clock, which means that we are making fantastic time. Nothing of interest actually happens until the boss fight, so I'm going to skip all the way to that. I hope no one minds, but there's just not a lot that happens during this section. During the boss fight, almost nothing really happens. It's just slowly picking off enemies and whittling them down, trying to figure out where you can fit damage in. I have 21 minutes total at this point, and I would like to point out that I still have a total of 18 minutes of footage. Yeah, this boss fight took almost 18 minutes with these weapons. Not exactly well made for it. To break the turrets, I use the sword. To kill the tanks, I use the sword. To break shields of the Shanks, I use the Techian Force. And for just about everything else, I use the Outbreak. And when we get to the brig, you'll see that I pretty much only used the Techian Force to get it low enough to break the thing, and then attempted to use the sword. I tried, okay? The sword was not useful. I'm sorry, it just wasn't. I really, really tried to make it work. because the AI gave it to me and I wanted the video to be as true to what the AI's vision was. It didn't work at all. Here we go, supers up, swords ready. Let's check out the damage. This is what the AI envisioned. This is the chance for the weapon to really shine. Look at the damage. Look at it go. Yeah. Yeah. It's destroying him. Look, he doesn't stand. Oh, he's flying. Oh, come on. Yeah. I'll get him. Yeah. Oh. As you can tell, in-game Soul was very hopeful about the sword. In the post-factor hindsight view, not exactly very good. I think I would have done more damage to pop the bubble and just use it for weapons of light to kill the boss. And, as that sentence implied, I did it. Using the weapons given to me by Copilot, I defeated 0 Hour. First try. So you know what? Maybe the AI was onto something.